Okay, hello everybody, my name is Joseph Ribeiro, aka Kings Complex, and the Kings fall to the Los Angeles Clippers 127-118 on December 26, 2018. And wow, that was a terrible game. I wasn't even going to make a game. But yeah, let's just get into it. Basically, coming into this game, if the Kings got a win, we would move into, I think, tied for 5th with the Clippers. Otherwise, I think we would fall to 9th. Yes. And yeah, I expected the Kings to come out with some energy, maybe energized by the past 2 wins. Yeah, I guess also coming into this game, the Kings came off of 2 really crazy 19-point comebacks against the Grizzlies and the Pelicans.
I totally forgot to mention this, but I also went to the Grizzlies game, and I was pretty hyped.
What the hell? We came back! We came back!
I totally want to make a video on this Kings-Grizzlies game, but as you can probably hear, my voice is definitely gone, so I'm going to make it in the morning.
Yeah, I thought the Kings were going to come out, be energized, at least make this game pretty competitive, especially since the last game against the Clippers was just not a great game either for the Kings. And I just thought it would be a really competitive game, but I didn't think the Kings were going to come out with this win at all. Yeah, this game was not great. Just the recap, all my notes say is the first was terrible, the second was terrible, ooh, Fox, good move, third was terrible, and then fourth quarter, just clear the bench, get ready for the Lakers. And then somehow Grant and Doug were talking about Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then somehow the Kings were only down by 3 with like 2 minutes left. Not really sure what happened. I saw a couple good moves by Harry Giles. I saw a tip in by Scal, and I saw a couple made shots by Macklemore, but I was just like, oh, this game's pretty much over. There's a lot of the post-game tweets and everything has been about the whole Koufos and Giles situation. Everyone is saying that Giles needs to be playing more minutes. And as much as I love Giles and his offensive talent and how much potential he completely has, I completely disagree with that sentiment that he should be playing all of Koufos' minutes. Let me tell you why. Koufos is a very steady center, especially with Willie Cauley-Stein's struggles and inability to freaking rebound. Koufos can rebound the ball. Let's just be real. He can also play defense. Coming off the bench, that's absolutely what you need. Just be able to hang in the game so that when your starters come in, your starters play and get you back in the game. With Giles, he can play offense. He has offensive talent. He can hit the mid-range jumper. He can go off the dribble drive and dunk on somebody. He has that potential. The problem is that he cannot stay on the floor. Like, he had 5 fouls in the 10 minutes that he had in the fourth quarter. Like, he cannot stay in a game for an extended amount of time. I want him to succeed. Absolutely. It's just, he needs to learn still. I guess whole thing is really going to be talking about that last, like, 3-minute stretch when we had a good chance to win the game. I know we cut it down to, like, 6 with 3 minutes or so. And I think Jaeger had a pretty big decision there whether or not to put the starters back in or not. And I know on Twitter there's a bunch of people who go like, oh, we have a chance to win this game, put in the starters. But in my opinion, the starters were playing like absolute trash except for Fox. Fox was probably the only effective player, so if there was a guy to put in, it would have been him. But at the same time, Yogi and Mason were playing really well at that time. And so I thought the Kings should have, I thought that Jaeger should have kept the bench in, especially since they were playing so well. And I don't think you can just put in a whole 5-man starting lineup in there and expect them to somehow come in clutch when they're not warm. Like, they've been sitting on the bench expecting not to play for the rest of the game. But I think Jaeger trusted his bench at that time, especially the way that they were playing with energy, as the starters were not playing with any energy at all. Willie Cauley-Stein was getting absolutely eaten up by Harrell, as well as Koufos. But yeah, they're getting destroyed by Harrell. Yeah, the Clippers are a great team, a really, really good team. They're all around great. I think they're like 7 or 8 deep of really, really good players who could be starters on almost any team. Yeah, this is just it's a rough loss. The almost comeback at the end made it a little bit easier to swallow, but the Kings have had a really, really bad 5-game stretch. It started with that really bad loss against the Wolves on the road when we lost by like 30 or 30 something. And Jaeger gave up like, I think in the second quarter or something like that. The next game we lost against the Thunder and just got wrecked in that game. Then we come back home and we go down 19 to the Grizzlies really, really early. And it is just not a great game to watch either. But then somehow we come back in that game. Miraculous 19-point comeback. Next game, go back down by 19 to the Pelicans. Not a great start either. And somehow we come back in that game. Like, if we don't have those 2 comebacks at all, it's 4 really bad losses. And then this would have been a really bad loss as well if it wasn't for that crazy comeback or almost comeback by the bench. Yeah, if there was something good to see, it was that the bench is playing well. The starters could not hit, or like the regular rotation could not hit a 3 for whatever freaking reason, especially Buddy Hield. I don't know what happened to him this game. 4 for 18, 0 for 6 from 3. My goodness. I don't know what happened, but maybe it was Christmas. Hopefully we can come back tomorrow. Get a good game against the Lakers, especially since the Lakers don't have LeBron or Rondo as of right now. And yeah, tomorrow's a big game. Like I said, I'd be really surprised if the Kings came out 500 with this last 5-game stretch. Where starting with the that Grizzlies game, the Grizzlies, Pelicans, Clippers, then Lakers twice before the end of the year. And the Kings have to go back to Sacramento tomorrow to play against the Lakers. And we've been terrible on back-to-backs, like absolutely terrible. It's almost like we don't have a chance to win in back-to-backs. Yeah, I just want to see a great game, competitive game. Hopefully we come out with energy, something fun to watch tomorrow. If we go back down by 19, bro, there's something that needs to change. Something that needs to change that starting lineup at some point. We're really missing Marvin Bagley. Absolutely missing his energy, his rebounding, everything he brings to the table. Marvin Bagley is great. Man, I don't have too much to say, so we got the Lakers tomorrow. Lonzo can't duck this one against Fox, so maybe Fox comes out with a chip on his shoulder. Maybe Buddy comes out with a chip on his shoulder, especially with the way that he struggled today. And yeah, please follow me on social media, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm big on Twitter, especially when I'm live tweeting games. I want to get a community going, some type of following, so that like there's people that talk to during the game. Yeah, I also want to see what you guys think about during the game. I want to see like how you guys feel or what's up. Yeah, I know I've been really slacking on these videos, and I got a New Year's resolution of trying to crank out a little bit more videos more often than I do right now. Yeah, I'll see ya. Peace.